Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REVIT Defender Pro Jacket, available at RevZilla.com. To my left, I have Ms. Brian. Oh, you look good today, a little scruffy, in the new Defender Pro from REVIT. Now, I'm pointing at you because there was an original Defender. I love that jacket. It saved my life. I put a lot of miles on it, and this is its new big brother, the Defender Pro. And they've made a ton of changes. The price has also gone up a bit. You're looking at an Apex Predator in the REVIT lineup. This is the most technical four-season adventure jacket that's not Gore Pro. And that is the big distinction here. The Dominator in the REVIT line is more technical. It's armor core. It has some talisman materials to it, and that's going to be Gore Pro shell, meaning the waterproof breathability of Gore-Tex is baked into the outer laminated shell. Now, when you get into the Defender, the name of the game changes. The Defender Pro has a more lightweight outer shell, which is 1000D Teflon coated, 750D Teflon coated in its 1000D in those impact areas, but what you have is a liner to drop, the LTD system, which means your Gore-Tex, your waterproof breathability to the highest degree, it's guaranteed for life, that's going to be removable from this jacket. Now the big change among many that they made over the original Defender is you're no longer getting a thermal liner. REVIT's new approach is modularity and technicality, bring your own base layers. So REVIT has a varying degree of base and mid layers, but really you're getting technical outer shell with a great degree of ventilation for both hot and cold weather riding, great protection, and you're getting that removable liner to drop done in Gore-Tex. The other key change too, when you look at this jacket, because really you have 3 to 4 key jackets in the REVIT line. You have the new Cayenne Pro. You have the Poseidon, which came out last year. You have the Defender Pro, then you have the Dominator, which is over $1,200. The newer jackets are using the new C-Flex material in the armor. They're moving away from SASTEC. And I'll tell you the difference in C-Tech. SASTEC is a molecular armor, does a really great job. I've in the past really positioned it as one of the best armor sets that we've seen out there. REVIT now has C-Flex, which is more encapsulating, more temperature stable, so whether you're riding at 0 or you're riding at 110 degrees, the armor is going to keep all of its properties. It actually vents better, and it's more all-encompassing. It also, the big change here is it passes the European standard for CE Level 2. So in the past, we've seen CE back protection at Level 1, Level 2. Now it's CE limb protection at Level 1, Level 2. So you have shoulders, you have elbows done in C-Flex, which are Level 2 standard. And I will call out too that on the previous version of the Defender did not come with a back protector. You had to buy it separately. The new Defender Pro comes with the C-Soft back protector Level 2. So the entire jacket CE rated, the armor set is CE Level 2 rated throughout. And you'll notice too, asymmetrical, this is a left shoulder. So it has scapular protection. You're going to see it's fully all-encompassing. It's going to be rigid, very comfortable, and it flows air. But again, the big thing is the temperature stability and the Level 2 rating. Goodbye. So if we look at the jacket, 4 colors available. This is the black. There's an anthracite. There's an anthracite blue, anthracite red, covering your BMW basis. And you're also going to notice when we look at it that compared to some of the other new REVIT jackets, the thing that has gone away, I want to call this out, is they've gotten rid of the super fabric on the elbows. Now, me personally, a Poseidon and a Dominator are going to have that super fabric. There's enough jackets that still keep it. I like super fabric, though. I wish they would have kept it. That's going to be my nitpick when I look at this jacket as a whole in the trade-offs and the improvements that they're making. So before I get into some of the other changes and some of the improvements and nuances, let's talk about Fitment. Hi, Ms. Brian, to my left, 6 foot, 195, 42-inch chest, wearing a size large. Now, I'm going to call out it's more of a tour fit from REVIT. And REVIT's tour fit has a more svelte line than you'd see in American cut tour fit stuff. So I'm not going to call it Euro, which would be beanpole, which would be really small and almost feel like it's too narrow. It's going to be a nice line with plenty of adjustability. And I will say this, compared to something like the Dominator in the line, the Dominator is a little bit more go around the world adventure-y, where it's that Gore Pro shell. It's going to be a stiffer material. They made it a little bit bulkier in its fit, a little boxier because of that stiffer material. This guy has a little bit more give to it, just kind of baked in based on the fact of doing a liner to drop system, and that outer shell has a little more flex, so they made it a little bit more tapered, a little bit more svelte. It actually has a great line. You look like an action figure. It's G.I. Joe Brian here, but it fits really, really well. The other thing that's a big improvement on this jacket that they've led with is the adjustability factor, and this is one of the key changes over the original REVIT Defender. If Brian lifts his arm, you're going to see 2 points using an adjustable rail system. The first point's on the forearm. You're cinching your forearm down, and notice you can position it depending on your build where you want to go. You could put it high on the forearm. You could put it down closer to the wrist. Again, you have that adjustable rail system. If Brian moves his arm like this, you're going to see under his arm, you'll see it when we turn him sideways, there's another adjustable rail system along the front of the jacket that allows you to cinch in along the waist and really adjust it down. So again, you're getting that flexibility. Put your arm down there. in how you move with it. You're going to see some other adjustments like a gusset at the waist that you have to work with as well. Now, diving in, and actually before I dive in, remember, we're going to ship for free over 39 bucks. If you're concerned about fitment, it's going to fit a little bit more snug because you don't have to accommodate that baked-in base layer. So again, you just use your own base and mid layers. And as always, I'm going to go on and on. You're going to see a lot more jacket as I reveal it. Click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV, leave me your comments, your questions, and your feedback. And if you don't, we might have to poison Hive's Brian. We'll blame it on him. Now, moving into the jacket, you love it, you love it. Moving into the REVIT Defender Pro. Let's talk about some of the other nuances. Let's work our way down and hit some of the changes. So, collar's gonna remain pretty much the same. Neoprene rolled at the top, 5-position adjustable snap. When you're riding, you have that flexibility, and notice it loops back as well. REVIT's been doing this for years. They actually pioneered it. Very, very functional. Moving into the chest vents. We now have chest vents. Micro Velcro, work down along the side, main airflow going in through the chest. And as you work down past that, you're gonna notice big patches of reflectivity. 3M reflective Scotch light across the front, on the arms, you're gonna see it work its way around. Now, as you move into the middle of the jacket, this aids in that new style, the new line, and the new fit. On the previous Defender, the one that I crashed in, the pockets used to be right here, and it made it a little bulkier in the chest, whether they were full or whether they're not. So what REVIT has done is they've moved these waterproof, water-resistant pockets. There's no zipper, so I'm gonna call them water-resistant, but they are lined down in a more traditional configuration. But what they've done is along the front here, they've given you an extra pocket, but more importantly, an extra vent. So notice, 3D mesh line vent, two additional vents on the midsection. So you have your chest vents, you have your midsection vents, you have additional pockets on top of it with a water-resistant zip. And now, if we stay in our ventilation scheme, moving over to the arms, you're going to see that the arm vent is dramatically longer. Previously, it ended there. I'd say it's about 30 to 40% longer. It's a two-way zip. Notice that is an arm vent that works all the way up, and they've also made an area, almost this bridge of material in the middle to hold it together, but they got rid of the cinch that went over top of it, which was awkward on the previous version. So along the arm, you have the ability to open it all the way or halfway up, come up from the bottom that way as well, depending on how you want to work it. You could do partial on both sides. You have that flexibility now with the two-way zipper on the arm vent. And the other thing I like is it doesn't go all the way down, because for me on the previous version it went all the way down. It was a weak point. Now they're just finishing off towards the cuff with a lined, you're going to see it here, medial side Velcro pull. So you have the adjustability at the wrist, you have the adjustability at the forearm in the rail system, you have adjustability under his arm, which is going to be a bicep volumetric adjuster. Again, they're making this jacket so that you're able to tune it in for a longer distance ride across multiple seasons. It's about comfort, it's about protection, it's about the stay power and the durability of a jacket. And honestly, close to that $900 mark, you're going to wear this for years and years and years. You're going to get 3 to 5 seasons out of this, if not longer, depending on how well you take care of your stuff. Keep that in mind. Now, I'm looking here at the front. If there's anything missed, I don't think I have. Turn and face away. Good sir, avert your eyes. If we look at this side, now we work into our 1000D, and you can see how the material changes. 750D away from your impact areas, 1000D. This material changes. It's Teflon coated. You just hit it with a hose. The dirt and grime run right off of it. I will say that some of the newer leather jackets from REVIT are getting leather paneling along the shoulders. I actually really like that. I wish they would have done it here. They didn't. That would be on my wish list along with the super fabric. If we also look at the shoulder, you're going to notice this little tab here. REVIT's doing an adventure neck brace now, so they have their own plateau neck brace system that connects at both shoulders along with the back. That will now integrate, and when you're not using it, it doesn't get in the way. You just have those small tabs there as well. Moving down, you're going to see flex at the back of the wrist, or back of the elbow. We talked about that reflective panel, and you have C-flex. It starts at the elbow and goes all the way down to the wrist. Now, Hive is Brian, raise your arm. You're going to see you have room there, a little bit of stretch baked in, and you're going to notice as well, there's my rail system for that adjustability around your lat, and you also have a secondary system down here cinching as you get closer to the waist. Also, they've added a 3-inch gusset, which you didn't have before if you're sitting in that upright riding position. And you can see that I have Hive is Brian wear the Defender Pro pants in black, completing the set. Again, we're talking jacket. Watch our detailed breakdown video on the pants. Turn and face backwards. Now, before I talk about anything else in the back, I'm going to talk about this C-Soft CE Level 2 back protector, which you normally would spend 50, 60, 70 bucks to upgrade after you've bought a jacket. Coming stock as part of the Level 2 protection here in the Defender Pro. They're doing that now. You're getting your full armor set baked in from Go. Notice it's vented. You can see what this C-Soft back protector looks like. Multi-panel, great ventilation. Goes here, comes all the way down there, full coverage. Notice the reflectivity. You can get a shot, the REVIT logo kind of baked in subtly here. You have your Gore-Tex logo, and up around the collar here. It's going to be mid-height. It's about a 2-inch collar. I've seen other adventure jackets that go a little higher, but again, if you're looking true for season, that mid-range gives you the best flexibility for hot or cool weather riding. Coming back down here to the seat, they've changed your rabbit pouch. Notice the amount of snaps for adjustability and expansion, and notice this zipper that works its way in. They gave you the ability to expand it now. So volumetrically, you can put a ton of crap in there. They've made it so that it really expands down here along the side. Actually, Hi-Vis Brian, I'm gonna ask you to turn and face back away from me one more time that way. I just wanna give everybody a side profile of how that expands. Notice that it is vented depending on what you put in there. I mean, you go out and take this, shoot some pheasant and put them in there. It's a large pouch, so you again have that flexibility to work with. Come back around to the front. However way you see fit. Now you turn that way, that's a good choice. Now, if we look at the front, let's break it open and work from the inside out. So notice, micro Velcro working its way down, more durable. It means shorter on the male side of things, not gonna get in the way. Big YKK Vislon zipper. Notice how easily that is done. Again, we see a lot of talk in previous years about those YKK auto-locking zippers. Or I'm sorry, not the YKK auto-locking zipper. It would be the Gore lockout zipper is what I'm talking about. We found that they don't do well with dirt and grime over time, so they're going with standard zippers here. I think that's the correct choice. And when you work your way to the inside, you're gonna notice a few things going on. First up at the collar, fleece lined. Gonna be very, very comfortable. Then you see your gray layer on the inside. This is gonna be your Gore-Tex material. This is your waterproof breathability done on a circumferential zipper. Notice it's got a nice rain gutter there as well. Now, one of the gripes I would also have around the $900 mark, REVIT, if you're listening, make this a destination layer next time. Make this waterproof, breathable Gore-Tex liner. Give it a style, make it black, and make it so you can wear it if you're sitting around the campfire. I love it when brands do that well, and it fits correctly. The other thing you're gonna see on the inside here is this short connection zipper. If you wanna add a cooling vest like the Hypercool from REVIT, you can now bake it in. You have that integration point there. And if we go on this side, you're gonna open up, notice the Napoleon zipper. I'm gonna go this way, open up the inside of the jacket. When they're circumferential, I touched your beard again, damn it. It becomes a little tougher. And if you look at the inside of the jacket, notice basic mesh lining, and you're going to have a 360-degree zip as well as a short connection zip down along the back, depending on what pants and how you wanna integrate. But again, Napoleon pocket there as well. Come back, zip that bad boy closed. Also, as Hi-Vis Brian's zipping up there, keep in mind there's 2 additional pockets. You have one pocket, give me your right side there really quickly, on your right forearm, the chapstick pocket, or we'll call it the Colorado pocket, and you just leave that alone. And then on the inside of the jacket, you're going to have a stash pocket, which is done right around the waist, and that's gonna be your passport pocket, hide your cash over the border pocket, depending on how you wanna roll. So the next step in your journey is to click right here. Read other rider reviews at RevZilla.com. You don't have to take my word for it, but I'm glad, or I hope at least, you really have a good understanding of what they changed, what worked, and what could be improved moving forward on the Defender Pro as it lives within the jacket technical range from REVIT. As always, we're going to ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. They can absolutely help you. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown of the new REVIT Defender Pro at RevZilla.com. Like I said, if you don't subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel, 1, you're not going to get updates as we roll out new video reviews all the time. 2, we will punish Hi-Vis Brian internally and post pictures on the internet. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.